Mercenary, I owe you my life.
How did you get out of your coma in the...
I don't know. All I know is that I opened my eyes and heard the sound of fighting. I just had the time to grab my weapon and get out into the village square. It looked like the general of the Dead Walkers was... Sometimes, the sense of duty is more powerful than the pain of wounds.
Maybe the cure we made finally worked.
Relmar told me about that. Maybe you saved my life twice, not just once. Who knows?
Do you know Relmar well?
I knew him well. A long time ago, when we were young. He and I were milk brothers. We grew up together in my father's palace. But life goes on, and by the time we were adults, we were forced apart. Relmar defied my father's authority, and openly rebelled against him.
He had a good reason for it.
A good reason? What reason? Dragging us into a war with the Ice Lords without...
His cause was just. He refused to watch the other peoples of Vertiel suffer and fall one after the other. If the
We could talk about how just his cause is for days. How could we know what... Maybe we wouldn't be here today. He wanted to act fast. He was always impulsive. But that behavior led him to... And his best friend at the same time. He betrayed us, and his recent feats of arms can't change anything, even if it wounds my heart.
Why did the elves enter the war?
That decision cost us dearly. It isn't easy to watch the other peoples of Vertiel suffer, but our king felt that we needed to gain time. We had information about the Dead Walkers that long before the war officially began, they were already crushing all of their opponents.
And you said nothing? You could have warned the other kingdom.
We told them to avoid the fight, to flee and regroup. So we preferred to stay neutral and not provoke the Ice Lords. They must have... So they saved the greatest prize for the last. We thought that our best trained troops, we underestimated them, and neglected to take into account the fact that each army they defeated made them stronger.
Are you from Caroltas?
Yes, I was born there. I spent most of my life there. Caroltas is one of the most ancient of ours. We knock things down so seldom that the city is built in layers. But I've unfortunately never visited the underground levels. I suppose that's why you asked the question.
I'll be going now. Damn, it's freezing.
I've spent many winters in libraries with no heating. After that, Which reminds me, do you know if the library in the city is still intact?
No idea. You looking for any book in particular?
Not a book, many books. The elves have the most advanced culture in the world. Their libraries contain works of inestimable value.
I have other things I gotta do first. I have to accompany the prince, but I will try to go with you so you can find your books later.
Vulcan, I hope you've got...
I still haven't found your passageway beneath this.
It's there, somewhere, and we have to
I still haven't found your passageway.
It's there.
Do the Dead Walkers still hold the main road?
Still, and it's a problem. We won't be able to secure the perimeter for long with the undead nearby.
I'll take care of those walking corpses before your men ever need to worry about them.
Thank you. That should give my men enough time to finish our mission.
I'll be going now.
Just in time, Vulcan.
What happened to you now?
To me, nothing.
No. Worth a lot?
No,
I'm not sure I follow you.
I'll explain. Every elf possesses a stone of souls, which contains the memories and emotions from all the great... These stones are passed from generation to generation. It's a way of preserving the memories of our people. And with all of those who died at Carolthas, there are thousands of stones abandoned in the city. You're no doubt the one who will be traveling to our city the most. If you could bring back as many of them as possible... Actually, all of my people will be in your debt. At least the ones who...
All right, I'll take care of it. Don't expect to see me dancing around with a wheel...
That would in fact be an amusing sight. But I do get your meaning. Even if we manage to save only a very few, we will at least preserve some.
I'll see what I can do. I'll leave you here.
Good day, even if the expression isn't necessary.
I have some questions I'd like to ask. Can you tell me more about the...
Battle? I don't really think... We got wiped off the field. A defeat they'll be singing about just when our troops were getting ready to take the Deadwalkers' assault. And in a flash, the Estelduin left its banks and came... Not many survived. And our city...
How did you manage to...
I guess that's the advantage of being a smith. The fireplace is protected.
Do you know the prince personally?
I've done business with His Highness, yes, but I wouldn't say I really know him. I was honored enough to forge the... But I guess you're not really interested in the past. I can tell you that several times after he came back to Carlthus, I've repaired his I suppose he's our ruler now. As his father, may his soul...
What can you tell me about the king?
What do you want to know? He was lost and... He was a great king, wise and cautious. Maybe too much so, if you can believe. I guess that despite everything, we should be grateful to him that we...
Where's the elven army?
Army? What army? Our forces were decimated by the ice, and more died after that, killed by the... As for those who are still here, their equipment is battered, and I can't do a thing. What can an army...
Do you know Relmar?
Do I know him? He's a legend for us. But to be honest, it wasn't always. He robbed so many convoys and carts, every craftsman in... But how can we keep hating him now?
Let's talk about something else. I'll be going now.
Mercenary.
How did you manage?
Bit of luck.
What can you tell me about your...
I hardly know any...
I'm leaving.
I wish I could go out on a recon, but the captain said...
The knight knows this region well. He came here once before while he was protecting a delegation from the... He would like to reconnoiter the area. He thinks he can find things...
If you think you can find something useful, go ahead. But remember... Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
I would like to ask you a few questions. How well do you know Blackfoot?
Once upon a time.
Don't take me for a fool.
Since nothing escapes your insightful eye.
Close? So things got hot?
That is none of your...
On the contrary. Just might be proof.
My heart has nothing to do with it. This alliance could have helped us to get the upper hand over...
What screwed it up?
He betrayed me first.
I hate when that happens.
When the other Ice Lords finally noticed our strengthened connection, he is the one who suggested to the others that they dispossess me of my powers.
Yeah, that's a dude. I always hear people...
First, forget all the world heart. It is from there that magic... These energies can be captured, and you...
The demon insists we must purify it.
It's a good bet it is referring indirectly to... This power has an origin and a cost. Imagine leeches sucking...
So all we have to... Thanks.
What is it, Vulcan?
I wanted to ask you. The Blades who were in...
I hope so. Generally, the Ice Lords...
What do you think of this?
The same as I all...
You don't think we...
How can you?
Do you know Carrollton?
I came when I...
Let's change the subject. I have to go.
Huh.
I bet.
Yeah, well.
Let me see what...
What is it, Vulcan?
I wanted to ask you. Let's change the subject. I have to go.
Greetings, Master.
Do you have a moment? I wanted to ask you if... What do you know about...
It's a very... The elves you can find, but it's...
What happened? Who is this? I wanted to ask... Let's change the subject. I wanted to ask you a few things. Let's change the subject. Later.
A good day to you.
Greetings, Mercer.
Can I have a look?
Thanks for the help, mercenary. We're going to keep watch in this sector.
got a problem.
Trying to force our way through would be a terrible error. We would alert the whole city.
We have to find another way.
We'll be watching this sector. Thank you for your help, mercenary.
I've seen everything. The Deadwalkers kicking each other's asses.
I beg your pardon?
What? This one talks. What the hell are you, a lich? A zombie scribe?
We've only known one another a few seconds, and already you insult me. Charming, I must say.
If you aren't one of them, then what are you?
I am an immortal superior spirit. And you?
So you're an Ice Lord. I thought you'd be taller or something.
I have absolutely no involvement with that bunch of cheapskate conjurers, and I would never humiliate myself by working for them, since that's what you seem to be suggesting.
Yeah? Rotting flesh, sticking out bones? You sure as hell look like a damn Deadwalker to me.
Tut tut. Did no one ever tell you not to judge a book by its cover? It's true that you're young, but use your wits. Would I be fighting my own troops if what you suggest were the truth?
All I can be sure of is that you're not really alive, and that makes you my enemy. And what's more, you're in my way.
This rotting body will not survive more punishment. In all my 6,000 years, I have never witnessed such power. You seem to be as unique a being as I am. What is the source of your power? What are you?
I've created a new form of magic based on fire.
Ah, do you follow the 7 laws of entropic change? Or the conservation of
Yeah. Wait.
That's what I thought. Never mind. You want to keep your little secrets? But I shall take great... So I'm definitely coming with you. At least for as long as it takes to find out what is really with...
What if I say no?
Well, I suppose we could go back to beating each other up. Though I suspect you'll get bored of it eventually. So why don't we avoid such a futile waste of time and just try to get on?
I can't have you tagging along with me right now. I have something to do in the city. Wait for me back at the camp. We'll talk about what we think.
Yes, I've seen where your camp is. Actually, it's quite surprising the Deadwalkers haven't noticed it yet. However, I suspect my unannounced arrival might...
Yeah, I guess with your face, they might not welcome you with open arms. Just tell them I...
Very well. Do you know your way into the city? There's a hidden entrance not far from here. I'll show you where it is on your map.
Thanks.